Start with your XIM4 without any connections, just like the XIM4 here. Also, make sure your console is on and displaying video. First, connect the controller. Notice that this controller is off. Also, it is required that the controller be fully charged. This is true for both Xbox and PlayStation. Plug in the controller. The controller gets plugged into port 3 on the back of your XIM4, the one with 3 dots. Next, your mouse. The mouse goes into port 1 on the front, the one with 1 dot. Finally, your keyboard or supported joystick or gamepad goes into port 2, the one with 2 dots on the front. Then, take the cable that came with your XIM4, plug that into the C port on the back of your XIM4. Then finally, I'm going to plug in the cable into my PlayStation 4. Before I do that, let's talk about the light sequence you're going to see. First, you're going to see a rainbow sequence to show that the XIM4 is powering up, followed by a red breathing sequence, and then you're going to see a blue-green light sequence happen. After all that happens, your XIM4 is ready to go. Let's take a look, see what that looks like. Plugging in, rainbow sequence, initializing, starting up, the red breathing, finally, Bluetooth initialized now. At this point, the XIM is ready to go. All the peripherals have lit up as well, but notice how on screen it says that to please reconnect the controller. This is because for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3, it requires you now to press the PlayStation button. After everything is started up, just like the light sequence you saw, for PlayStation, press the PlayStation button. Notice that this is not required for Xbox. At this point, the controller works. But the mouse and keyboard do not work. This is because we don't have a config installed yet on the XIM4. Let's take a look at all this again. I'm going to unplug. Video is currently displaying on my PS4, showing that no controller is connected. Everything is plugged in, everything is off. PlayStation controller is off. It's also fully charged. Next, I'm going to plug in the XIM. Here comes the rainbow sequence. The config breathing light. Finally, the Bluetooth initialized light, the cyan green. And then that's it. Again, PlayStation only. Press the PS button now that everything is fully initialized. And there you go. Before we can add a config, XIM4 must be paired with a PC or a phone.